favorite thing to do on the farm is collecting flowers for the dining hall. You get to add a little bit of creative expression into your work, and you're the one deciding the colors and shapes of flowers that go into these arrangements on the tables. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I've been taking care of morning animal care on the farm, which basically entails going out and feeding the chickens and ducks and geese and making sure they have fresh water and collecting their eggs. I also help tend to the sheep. I make sure that they have fresh water every morning and a scoop of food so that they stay trained to us as well. I feel like as an environmental science major, seeing a farm that is so ecologically healthy is really, really cool. These kind of experiments in more sustainable food production are really important.
One of my favorite things about working out on the farm is just being outside in nature, hearing all the bugs and the birds, and working with the sheep and the chickens is really fulfilling. I think the farm's looking better than ever. The Three Sisters beds are also really cool. I like working with more natural ways of working with plants, interplanting different types of crops that sort of have synergies and work together to keep the soil in a healthy condition and helping the plants grow together. Working on the farm is really important to me because of our focus on sustainability and low impact farming. We work with concepts like crop rotation, natural weed management.
Well, the Antioch Farm started in 2011, and we started it as a learning lab for students and a place to make the campus more sustainable. And since then, we've really integrated it into the curriculum and into the student experience and into the student dining. So it's been this really amazing experience over these last years. Well, students are involved in the farm in a number of ways. They can be employed on the farm. So for example, taking care of chickens before they go to classes, or helping with the compost program, collecting the compost from the dining hall and bringing it back out to the farm. Students are also really involved in the farm through classes. So we have a lot of classes that use the farm. We're 200 feet from the Arts and Sciences building. So students who are taking classes have to just take a few steps out, and the Antioch Farm is their learning laboratory. So we have a couple really cool areas on the farm. We have an annual garden where we grow a lot of food for the dining hall. So up to 5,000 pounds of food and annual garden crops goes into the dining hall. So that's your tomatoes and your kale and your potatoes and corn and beans, those kinds of things. We also have a food forest, which has a lot of native plants in it, native edibles, as well as other kinds of herbs and berries and shrubs that we can use. We have a hoop house, which allows us to extend our season 1 month in the spring and a month later in the fall. And we have animals. We have chickens, ducks, and geese for eggs, and we also raise lamb under our solar array. All of those provide more food for the dining hall that's only 1,500 feet away from our growing space. We have all kinds of disciplines that use the farm. We have soil science this term. We have a seed saving and seed sovereignty class. We have an ecological growing class, and we have a sustainable beekeeping class, all this term on the farm. So it's one of the most used labs on campus is actually our farm, and we're really proud of that. It really creates an experiential space for students to really get their hands dirty and really learn more about food systems and where food comes from.
We've actually kind of experienced all extreme weather conditions possible this season on the farm. Started out with one of the wettest springs on record for this part of Ohio. And now we are toward the end of September, and we have hit a drought. So now we have kind of been forced to do a lot of hand watering on some of the fall crops just to keep them going. With the method that Kat has employed here on the farm, I have not really seen too much effect due to weather conditions. We were actually able to get in and do spring work when everybody else was kind of sitting idle. So the benefits of the methods that she has used here on this farm for the past 8 years, I have seen nothing but positive results. And this year, with having kind of all the extreme weather content hit us, I would say this is definitely a way to go. I would advise any student that has the opportunity to either volunteer or actually do a student internship here on the farm. It's the best thing that you could do, because you may not think so now, but as you mature and look back on your life, you're going to remember this time on the Antioch Farm as one of the most enjoyable times of your life.